I'd buy that for $1.
Recognize.
I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar!
Oh, I head to the Jolly Rogers there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dollar Club Wrestling Podcast episode. I think it's 23 or 24, 23 maybe. But we have an awesome show for you tonight. It's a couple special guests. Like always, my co-host, the sexy one, the Dollar King himself, my dog.
What's up, you jabroni? It's episode 24, you candy ass. You better get your numbers right. I'll have to lay the smackdown on you, predator puss.
Okay, well, 24, 23, what's the difference?
Michael Jordan's 23, Ken Griffey's 24. Who do you want to be? Personally, I'm a Jordan.
And also joining us once again, the man, the myth, the legend, the man with the PhD, the doctor, MD, Jeff Lippman.
You just gave me two doctorates I don't have.
Yeah, well, you have them all. You have them all.
Celebrity endorsement this week for representing everything Dollar Club is Lily.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
And also joining us is DJ. Oh, wait. Hold on. What? You can't make it? No, not yet, Kev. Wait. DJ, he's not going to. Okay, us guys, Jimmy was going to join us, but he can't make it.
I can pretend to be Jimmy if you want.
Okay, good. Whoa.
I represent
Jimmy,
everything Dollar Club. I represent everything Dollar Club. I represent everything Dollar Club.
What's cackalacken, guys? What's cackalacken? Did you see football? Did you see the FIFA? Yeah?
Nah, I missed it. Did Australia win?
Hold on. Give me a sports hat, somebody.
You giving us a DJ show?
The Dingoes beat the Wally Laggers in hockey.
Yeah, man. You see cunts, you know, you wankers. It's blimey down here. Yeah, the wankers, they took out the wallaby wug rocks, but the dingoes ran in and then stole a small child. And then the emu came in, and an emu was eaten by an ostrich, and we don't even have ostriches here in Australia. It's crazy, man, I tell you, eh? Yeah. And the Greeks are the best. Everyone from the entire world is really from Greece. Everyone is Greek, yeah? Except for the poofs, you know?
All right, Jimmy, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate your time, fella. My dog.
DJ Mass Effects.
All right, my dog. So my dog, sexy time, my dog. You had something you wanted to talk about this week. And what is it?
Thank goodness the IWC got it right for once. Dave Meltzer's readers got it right for once. The Usos, number 1. FTR, number 2.
Wait, Dave Meltzer picked the Usos to be number 1?
His book, his writers.
And he actually printed that.
Yeah, he actually printed it. He didn't change it. But he did pick Tony Khan as the Booker of the Year over Triple H, though. So
because AEW's booked so well.
It's probably the second worst booking after Billy Corgan out of anybody in the whole year by far.
Tony Khan has to give him money or something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the Usos didn't lose. You know, they never got pinned. They have 2 world titles, even though technically it's only 1. But FTR has 0 world titles, but they pretend it's 3 or 4.
And
they lost to Swerve and Corey
championships.
What's up?
Do they have the Regina DeWave tag team championships?
The Ring of Honor one's just as important. At least the Regina Wave might have a YouTube show.
Okay, cool.
Are people pissed off about this?
Cash Wheeler was, I think, and then a bunch of fans, if you go on Twitter. Yeah, a lot of people are pissed. They believe FTR is the best in the world. And Dax Hardwood should be Wrestler of the Year, even though he's like 0-27 in singles wrestling.
Do you think that maybe his 27 singles matches and his 1 victory was against Cash Wheeler might have impacted their tag team rating in that they didn't have tag team matches when he was busy pretending he's one of the best tag team wrestlers in the world?
Absolutely. It's tough to remember when they won a match, you know?
Remember that great Bobby Eaton solo run and that awesome Richard Morton solo run? No. Do you remember Hawk and Animal, their successful solo runs? No, because they were not successful. These guys, they're a terrific tag team, but they're both 5'8" and a half, and they should stay together forever.
We'll put it this: if they were on at the same time, both had a match at the same time, what would people watch?
Usos. Especially right now, especially this year.
Oh, I thought he was asking if Cash was wrestling opposite Dax.
No, I meant the Usos and FTR on the same time, different channels. What are you going to tune into?
Well, I think in fairness, I mean, the numbers would be largely the same if it was Maximum Male Mottos versus Hit Row on one channel versus, FTR on the other, because most people watch their brand.
Very true. I do like FTR. It's a boring name. It's a very lack of creativity. They've been always known to have a lack of creativity. That's their biggest issue. Like that's the hype of the world, like on their shoulders when they went to AEW, and they just
FTR actually stand for something.
Fuck the revival.
Fuck the revival. Yeah,
so it's a butthurt name, The Revival is probably a smarter decision than what they're doing right now. I know they're over. They're actually more over than they were, which is a good thing for them. They're probably making more money in shirt sales, which they weren't getting that in WWE. They were getting video game money, but they just come off so butthurt all the time. It's a turnoff.
They're perennially unhappy. There's people like that are always unhappy. I mean, Athena is perennially unhappy. Miro seems perennially unhappy. Andrade seems perennially unhappy. They seem perennially unhappy. I mean, yeah, CM Punk, right? Yeah, but he's like more of a narcissist. So it's like, as long the light always has to shine on him. And in honor of the soon-to-be deceased William Regal, long live Steven Regal. Call him butter chucks or whatever. As long as the spotlight's on that sweet butterfly, CM Punk's happy. But yeah, I actually tweeted today that it should be in the contract that William Regal can never be on WWE TV, but Steven Regal can be. And William Regal dies with Daniel Bryan Bryan Danielson by his bedside, and they go full Impact and kill him off on AEW television.
How about if William Regal, what's his son's name in NXT again? He goes by his son's last name, so it's a different character.
Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah, William Dempsey debuts on NXT next week. Is that fair? Is that legal?
Earl William Dempsey.
Well, I read somewhere that William Regal called Tony Khan, I guess, as Tony Khan's mom's in the hospital or something, and that he talked to him at that point, and Tony Khan agreed to let him out of his contract.
Well, Tony Khan's mom bought the hospital, first of all, and so she's on like like one of those Shield airships. Like she's on one of those that's been converted to a hospital for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Actually, it's guarded by 4 Falcons, by the way, as well. It's got a full squadron of Falcons, and Stingray is underneath for you old school fans there.
Yeah, but I mean, logically, if you're a logical person, how can you look at it and say the Usos aren't the tag team of the year? Like, what would your reason be?
I couldn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like a person who's an idiot. What is their reason for the Usos not being the tag team of the year? Like, what would you even say?
It's the same thing they did last year when they gave the singles one to Kenny Omega over Roman Reigns.
I mean, I guess the thing you would say if you wanted to make this argument is that they have 3 world championships in 3 different promotions and defended in, all around the world. Okay. I mean,
yeah, but
we're all on wrestling Twitter. How many times have you heard about FTR going to Mexico or to Japan to defend those titles? A couple times New Japan Strong. Maybe I remember them going on to a couple of AAA shows, but it's not like they're going down there every month or anything.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah, they're not even Impact champions like the Good Brothers were for most of the year too. They're not even
what's Impact? What?
So I read a story about speaking of the Usos that Sami Zayn and Jimmy actually have have a real friendship that goes back a ways. And that handshake they do it wasn't made for the bloodline. They've been doing that for like ever. I read a story. That's
Jim, there's a video of them dancing together back in NXT. I wish you would have told me you were doing this. I would have prompted the video. It was pretty funny though too.
I think I saw that. Yeah,
I might have sent it to you, but
I think you did send it to me. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, huh?
I'm not surprised. Yeah. I mean, I never thought that handshake was made just for the bloodline. I mean, it's too intricate, and for them not to have been working on that for a while together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jim, real quick about what we were saying about Tony Khan with the William Regal. That was a classy move by him, letting William Regal have his release in the name of family. Whether that was his intention or not is real reasoning, but it was the classiest thing he's done. He's usually a child online, and I do respect that he did that for William Regal.
All right. Hold on. What? He's here? Guys, we have a special guest. I have to go let him in. All right. I'll be right back.
All right. I recognize most of the things from the Twitter account.
I wonder who it is.
I don't know. I'm wondering why whoever he was talking to couldn't open the door.
It's the Tribal Chief. I think it's the Tribal Chief. It's the Tribal Chief. Oh my goodness.
Hoo-ah.
Oh my.
Dollar Club Wrestling. Acknowledge me.
I don't even know if I can recognize him.
I'm speechless.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Roman.
Hi.
Acknowledge your tribal chief.
A headbutt to the Jolly Rogers.
Recognize me.
I acknowledge.
Acknowledge me.
Is this the Pequods? Sure. Yeah, there we go.
What's your
All I know
question?
is that guy over my left shoulder is handsome.
So, Roman, who's your favorite family member? Sammy?
Whoever acknowledges me the most.
What do you think about your cousin training with Booker T?
Stupid. Why would he train with Booker T? That's nonsense.
Maybe he wants to be in a Bad Bunny video?
Whatever helps the bloodline.
Okay. What do you think of Jacob being in MLW? Does he like it there?
Who?
Good. Okay. Do you know Toa Leone or do you know Taya Leone? Because I'm not sure who either one is.
Yeah, from The Family Man
Yeah.
with Nick Cage. Yeah, she looked good in the shower there.
Oh, yeah.
I acknowledge her.
Okay. I know she was in Madam Secretary, but she was probably a little bit older then. What about Toa Leone? I think he's in Ring of Honor. He's in the Gates of Agony.
Yeah, I don't acknowledge him.
How about Natasha Leone from American Pie?
Don't know her.
Is Samoa Joe part of the family line or no?
No, we don't acknowledge him. He's not in the tribe.
Roman, I'm going to put somebody on screen, and you tell me if he's a jabroni or you acknowledge him. This person right here.
Oh, I definitely acknowledge him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's dead.
Really?
I actually recognize him.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, you forgot his tagline.
How can you not? He's the champ. You know.
He's a world champion.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He's probably the only one that could even sniff my shoes.
He sniffs your shoes? That
No, I said he could.
Could he lace your boots?
Yeah, he can lace my boots.
All right, that's great. How much power do you have in the company? And if so, how long can that keep Tamina Snuka employed?
I'm the tribal chief. I have all the power. And she'll be employed as long as I'm the tribal chief.
Okay. All right.
Do you have a problem with Tamina?
Yeah, yes. You want to know why? because nobody's meaner than Tamina.
Are you going to bring Nia Jax back into the company, Tribal Chief?
Who?
Nia Jax, your cousin?
Maybe. I don't know. She needs to get her head on straight.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
How come no man bun today? Eminem diss you?
Something new. You know, I like to let my hair down sometimes.
Do you keep in touch with John Moxley?
John Moxley? Who?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dean Ambrose.
Oh, Dean. Not much. You know, I really don't have time to talk to him. I'm too busy running the tribe.
Gotcha.
What do you know about the great luchador Un Gato Pussy Grande?
I know he's a little bitch.
Wow.
So I know Rock Hard kicked his ass.
Even after taking a headbutt to the Jolly Rogers.
Where's Jimmy at? Where's DJ Mass Effects here? I was looking for him.
Oh, a headbutt to the Jolly Rogers there.
All right, here, guys. Yeah? I'm just putting on some shrimps on the barbie, yeah?
That's pretty good. All right,
here
guys.
down in Antarctica, it's cold.
All right, guys. I got to go. So acknowledge me so I can leave.
All right, Chief.
He is the head of the table.
Mahalo.
What'd you think of that Lucha Underground finals on SmackDown last week? Ricochet, Prince Puma versus.
Oh yeah, I thought that was a good match.
Man,
a little bit surprised.
You guys are lucky. You got to interview the tribal chief.
Oh, you knew about that?
Jeez.
Are you missed him?
I went to the bathroom. I saw him pass me, and I didn't get a chance to interview him.
I saw we went from 1.5 million viewers to 1.5 million and one viewers. So that must have been you.
And he said Gato Pussy Grande is one of the best ever. He might acknowledge him into the bloodline. You missed that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he missed it. He acknowledged me. He did the, and he said Pussy Gato, and he clapped. He did the clap. It was quite riveting.
Yeah, did he mention me at all?
Nah, he just said Pussy Gato. Pussy Gato. Come on, everybody.
Man, Dollar Club must be big. I don't see him on too many podcasts.
Yeah.
It's huge in Western Tonga.
Do you think they'll ever have another member of the Bloodline, or do you think this is it?
Sure.
Who?
I don't know. I mean, but all great factions that last change. Bring in new people. People go out. I mean, there's a never-ending supply of Samoan wrestlers. So.
Yeah, Jim, Umaga's son just started training.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we asked Roman about it, but Roman was not that impressed. He actually thought it was stupid for him to be training with Booker T.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Hey, he's got to train with who he feels comfortable with, I guess. Why would he train with Booker T if he's in?
Maybe he's from Houston. I don't know. Maybe
doesn't Alpha have a school?
Maybe he has a school. Yeah, NOI. Alpha Junior does in Pennsylvania.
Maybe he lives in Houston, or maybe he lives in the Texas area. He just came out of prison. Maybe he's not allowed to leave the state.
Oh, well, hey, there you go.
On parole, who knows?
Did you find out what he was in a juvenile detention center for 6 years for? What he did?
No, but if you're in juvenile detention for 6 years, it's not shoplifting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a long time for juvenile.
I mean, it's a crime of violence or lots of crimes.
He sounds tough like that Gato Grande.
Didn't you forget part of his name?
Pussy. El Pussy.
That's
the important part.
Sometimes I leave that part out because then I have to appeal to YouTube that they think I'm talking about porn and stuff, And
Yeah.
so sometimes
they don't know.
YouTube also YouTube standards.
Yeah, our wrestling mascot. They put an age appropriate, you have to sign in. Then I have to appeal it. Believe it or not, too.
Why?
Well, let's see what happens here.
Pussy.
I am Evil Dose, and I control Jewish space lasers. You're welcome, guys.
So I take it Kanye is not a fan of you.
I don't know. Maybe First of all, it's Ye. He legally changed his name, and he appreciates the respect of being called his legal name of Ye. So I don't know. He loves everyone, he says, equally, which, if you love everyone, I guess it means you love no one. I mean, so probably not.
Let me ask you guys about the Brittany Griner trade. What do you think of that trade, Jim? For a Russian arms dealer, the Merchant of Death? Think it's a fair trade? Biden doing some good moves there? Or should we have asked for a player to be named later?
I don't know, man. Obviously, what are you going to do? You have to get her back. What are you just going to leave her there? But I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it, to be honest.
When was that movie that Nicolas Cage was in, the Art of the Deal or the Art of Death or whatever it was called?
Lord of War?
Lord of War. When was that movie?
I was working at Blockbuster when it came out, so it'd probably be like 2008-ish.
Okay, so 2008-ish. So, the guy had already been in jail by then for some amount of time before the movie was made. So he's been in jail for probably at least 20 years. How old was he when he was caught? He was in his 40s. So he's probably, a 60-year-old guy now.
Yeah, so that's an even trade, I guess.
I doubt that he's particularly dangerous at this point. He's lost probably whatever contacts he's had in the oligarchy, and he'll probably live near Snowden in some dacha in Russia. Fine, but I don't know. I'm sure they have him chipped, so to know what he's doing. I don't know. Listen. This woman was a little bit dopey, carrying around stuff in another country that has much stricter laws than we are, thinking that it's like here and that her, whatever relative of fame and celebrity carries was there. But it's a petty crime. They knew it. They were holding her as a pawn. They overplayed their hand, like they did everything for the past 10 months, thinking that if they had her, that the U.S. would fold under that kind of pressure. About Ukraine, and they didn't, and all right. So this was the trade that was on the table. But if the Whalen family doesn't have a problem with it, I don't. And prisoner exchanges suck, but
yeah,
they're done fairly routinely.
What are your thoughts, Kev?
Personally, if you break a law in another country, I feel you're a fucking idiot, and you should take your punishment. I know, obviously, I don't think she deserves 9 years, and it was like a crime that's not a crime here. But when I went to Mexico, I wasn't doing any stupid shit because you're in another country where you can't control what's going on and you don't know all the laws, so you'd be extra careful. I think it was a sense of arrogance on her part. I'm a WNBA player. I can do what the fuck I want, which is very disrespectful. It's a slap in the face to cultures everywhere, countries everywhere. But I'm glad she did not belong in there, which is a fact. And she was just a pawn. And they played us and won.
Yeah. I think that's just not even her being famous. I think that's the youth of today. They don't realize that they, there's things outside of the U.S. They think it's so bad here that,
to an extent, my nephew would be afraid to do anything, afraid to cross the street. It depends on the person. Arrogance isn't naturally born with some people. Like some people are, some people aren't. Yes, the youth is more.
There's something to being a professional athlete. Here in the WNBA, she's probably has more privilege, but is paid nothing. Over there, they're paid like $1 million. That's why they go there. But I'm sure that there's sort of like this strange circle where if you're from an aggrieved populations, and she's got a bunch of them, black, lesbian, married to a woman, tall as fuck, doesn't sound like a woman, so she's probably got a lot, she's probably been picked on, teased most of her life. She gets this modicum of fame. Now she gets big money. So yeah, there was probably some hubris to it and thinking that the team would protect her and whatever, and not realizing where you were. But I think it was bad timing, but yeah, I mean, you're right, Kevin. It was dumb to do it, but 9 years in a hard labor camp. I mean, 90 days in prison would have been, too much of a sentence, but that would have been like, okay, you're in another country, you do the crime, you do the time. But I mean, 9 years to hard labor in frickin' Siberia.
They were just trying to get something out of it.
Yeah,
they were trying to get us to fold and give them something,
We also saw Stranger Things season 4. We know what those Nazis do in those prisons.
Yeah, we know you can just fly a plane in Russia too, no problem too. You just hire, I saw Stranger Things season 4.
Well, it was the mid '80s, so I mean,
true.
I mean, Sarah Palin was watching Guard from her house. So.
What did you? What's your take this week on Raw and I guess Dynamite so far?
Who are you asking?
Me or him?
Kev.
Raw was boring. I didn't make it the full 3 hours, to be honest. It's been boring lately. Wrestling in general is getting boring again too. I think
you didn't like the poker game?
It was okay. Just nothing. Like TV is so good now. I kind of resent wrestling when it's boring, when it's not adding on to a story. I'm like,
which is
most weeks. I can stream so much other crap I could be getting caught up on. I decided too, if a match is something I'm not interested in now, if it's not progressing the story, I'm going to change the channel. Every match is 20 minutes now anyway on every show. It doesn't matter if there's a storyline or not. So I can watch like a segment of Saturday Night Live, or like I can watch 10 minutes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or start the White Lotus, watch half an episode while throwing a match. So I'm not going to force myself to be miserable. I love wrestling, but I'm not going to force myself to watch what I don't want to watch on it.
Yeah. Who won? I missed I didn't see the end of the main event. Who won that? The triple threat, the second triple threat.
Who was in it again? Oh, it was the female.
Alexa Bliss won.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
New Magic won by Ty, the creator from Lindsay's Apple Music.
Sometimes you gotta close the door to open a window.
She won with the Bray Wyatt's finisher, right? The Sister Abigail.
Hey, Alexa, shut off.
Maybe we'll just call it Twisted Bliss from now on. The Bray Wyatt thing's coming. Don't you worry. That's not an accident. It's not technically. Yeah. Last week, I thought Raw was horrendous, and I felt like everyone else in the world was pretending it was good. And this week, I thought Raw was pretty good. I don't think it was great, but they did a lot of things that I liked, and here's why. I don't think the show was particularly good, but I thought it was much better than last week. But they did things. What they did is they transitioned to a lot of new feuds. So instead of Judgment Day versus the OC, we saw the OC now being, against Baron Corbin and Alpha Academy. We saw Austin Theory, instead of constantly being with Seth Rollins and Lashley, now he's sort of back with Dolph, but also with Ali. With that, there were other things too. There was like the Street Profits came in for a rescue on somebody, to face off against a team that might have been SmackDown, but that
was Raw. I
thought so. There were a few things like that where they had new people. Oh, you saw the face off between Rhea and Becky. So now we know we're going to get that. So I liked all that they, instead of getting these constant same dance partners, at least we're going to get mostly new dance partners, except Lashley and Seth are still involved with each other, but they should be. Even Dominic had a fight that made sense. Finally, he's wrestling someone on his own, and about the only person he should be able to beat on his own, and that's who we picked, Tozawa. I didn't think that the poker game stuff was that good, but I didn't think it was bad either. It was okay. I've seen better, but at least Loomis, they found something that his silent thing could work for, and it sort of worked here. And they are embracing the way, and with the Garganos. Then you see Nikki Cross, sort of stalking Candice LeRae. So, I don't know. I actually thought Raw was better than people think it was. I think the numbers are mostly because the show was 2/3 women's wrestling, and women don't draw. Not even big time Bex, not even Asuka, not even Bianca. I'm sorry, it ain't Sasha Banks either. But women's wrestling does, people will stick around if it's on, but they're going to see their favorites. But if they know the show is going to be that much women, and they see it's 10:25 and the only match left is the main event, that's women's, you're going to lose a third of your audience, and that's what happened.
Well, I think the women don't get good storylines. Every storyline is you're a bitch, for 20 years.
What are the men's storylines? I'm a badass. I'm a chicken shit heel. I'm a heel that's great, but I'm crazy. I mean, what's the difference?
Well, the difference is like the 80% of their audience is male, maybe 85. So at least we can relate to the males. I can't relate to a girl going, "Oh, you're a bitch." No, you're a bitch.
None of them have storylines, and none of them are allowed to have storylines. I mean, the Undertaker now would have been panned. Oh, he's a zombie. Zombies are real. This is stupid. Magic is dumb.
Yeah,
everyone's shitting on the Bray stuff. Oh, the spooky dooky stuff. Oh, it's mystical. Oh, another occult character. Lacey Evans, she can't go full Sergeant Slaughter or full MAGA on us because wrestling fans are the most sensitive snowflakes out there. Wrestling characters used to be edgy. You had the Iron Sheik, you had Colonel De Beers. I mean, even the Canadians were mean. I mean, you had criminals that complained about Tony D. Now. I mean, you had Dino Bravo, who was a real gangster. I mean, come on.
That's why it's not as interesting because they don't have the edge anymore.
That's right.
First thing I would do as a booker, I'd have a character that hates dogs. He just talks crap on dogs. He'd be the ultimate heel.
Right. Remember when LAX had the drive-by shooting and they killed a kid? It's like they didn't kill a kid. It's TV. And then the next week they had to make it that the kid survived because they got so much backlash. I mean, come on.
Well, I don't think there should be fake murders on wrestling, but
there absolutely should be fake murders on wrestling.
Why not?
Because I know it's fake, but you need to suspend disbelief a little bit. You can't with a murder. You can
they killed people on Lucha Underground.
And it died off after 4 years. You can allude to the death, like when
look, God is teaching you a lesson there.
See, you're out.
Now you've been killed off. You killed off Canada.
No more sexy time.
No,
you've been eliminated.
From now on, it's chastity bell time. Now on, it's Puritan time. We shall pray.
What the hell happened? Can you even hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says my camera's off, and my camera's the fucking computer. So what the fuck's it talking about?
I don't know, but your thing's moving when you talk.
Huh.
I don't know, but your thing is moving. So
I can't refresh the whole thing because I'm the main one. It'll restart the whole thing, I believe.
Oh, so you're the one. And we the twos.
We're the threes.
That's right. Well, it's working.
Well, I don't know. I didn't get to watch Dynamite. How was Dynamite?
I actually didn't hate Dynamite. The Battle Royal was one of the bottom 3 Battle Royals I've ever seen, and maybe the worst that wasn't on a major show. But after that, there was a promo battle between MJF and Ricky Starks, which was good. It was very good. I mean, MJF didn't really say anything particularly new, but he's always good. Ricky Starks, it was the best I've ever heard him. I won't say seen because the dude needs to put on 30 pounds. I mean, I just see a giant head and a giant forehead in this skinny little body. Anyway, it's silly. Everyone's like, push this man, give him a rocket. He's losing his match next week. He's not winning the belt. He's not winning the diamond ring. And then he's going to be in obscurity like everyone else. MJF's already told you his next feud's with Bryan Danielson. I mean, the die is already cast. But there was a near perfect match between Samoa Joe and Darby Allin. I thought a really good main event tag team with FTR and the Acclaimed. No schmaz finish. They did a stupid pre-recorded segment with Regal, which was actually recorded after fact, where they tried to explain the story, but just made it worse. They just sort of left it alone. That's why I'm saying that they should have killed him off instead.
How bad was the Britt Baker Saraya segment too? And I love Britt. I'll never admit that she's wrong. That was a terrible segment as well. The pre-tape.
Saraya is pretty bad on the mic. I mean, she's got one line, and now her one line is being herself in the media scrum, which, by the way, during the media scrum was delightful. But that's not your wrestling.
This
character.
Is my house.
No, that's her wrestling character, which is terrible. This is less terrible than that, but it's just like thank you. I want to thank all the women for supporting us and making the AEW division so powerful. But I want everyone on notice that I'm going to get a title. I mean, okay, we heard you 17 times. Move on to something else. but now Britt Baker's challenged her to a tag team and bought her tickets to the event, so she can't run and hide, even though she hasn't run and hide. But Britt had one funny line saying, "And you don't scare me because Jamie Hayter is always by my side, except right now." But so the speculation who's Saraya's partner going to be, and I guess the speculation is centered around a returning Tony Storm, which I think would be an enormous disappointment, or a returning Thunder Rosa, which I think would be pretty cool and a nice little surprise, because I think conventional wisdom, including mine, is that she's gone. And then, of course, there's the wish people thinking it's Sasha Banks, or I guess Sasha Banks' diet would be Trinity Fatu. But I'm pretty sure they're still under WWE contract till the end of January, and I think that Sasha's just doing things on our bucket list before she comes back, and I don't think anybody with the last name Fatu is going to voluntarily go anywhere else, and they're probably like, have fun, you come back when she comes back, we want you as a tag team anyway.
Jim, you know what I feel the big problem with AEW is right now?
What?
They're going down they're making the same mistakes that NXT did, NXT 1.0. Like when NXT, you'd love a guy in NXT, then they go to the main roster and then they would fail. Because of Vince McMahon, he wouldn't book them right. So now in AEW, if you're not one of the 5 main guys that are in Tony's inner circle, they're just going to fall to the wayside right away. Like Ricky Starks was awesome. I know he's undersized, but after this match with MJF, he's going to disappear again. Any new guys they signed, they're cool for 2 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, then they disappear. So you lost faith that a guy you care about or you want to care about is going to be a big deal. They're just going to fall to the wayside after 6 weeks. You're not going to see him, or they're just going to get jobbed out, kind of like what happened when NXT 1.0 guys went to the main roster. That's how Tony Khan treats ex-WWE guys or up-and-comers, besides the Elite and Jungle Boy and MJF.
Well, he also had Moxley give the same promo twice, once pre-recorded and once in the ring. I mean, that's his problem. It's like he's got no time management, yet he keeps putting things on the screen that don't need to be on the screen and not putting things on the screen that should be on the screen.
What do you mean? He's the Booker of the Year, man.
Apparently the 3-time Booker of the Year. He's now the thrice Booker of the Year. And you know what? I'm not even going to say that he's not. And that's not because he's been great. He's just the least worst. I mean, I think his booking is lazy and uncreative, but since Triple H has come back, it's been almost the exact same type of booking. Surprise returns and
Well, give it to Gato then.
Well, nobody watches New Japan. You can't give it to promotions that are completely fat.
At least Triple H is involving people.
Well, I mean, so's Tony on his 27 hours of TV.
Where's Wardlow? Where's Miro?
Yeah, well, Wardlow was on. Miro, I don't know, but what can I tell you? I mean, they send, the New Day was on NXT this week. All I'm saying is that I don't think Triple H's booking's been so great. It's been for less than half a year. I mean, if anything, you may want to give it to Sean for NXT if you want to give credit to NXT. But, I mean, he did buy a promotion. He does have deals with AAA, DDT, a bunch of women promotions in Japan. He does have some deal with Impact and New Japan. They did pull off the Forbidden Door. I don't think it was exciting as anyone thought it was. He did pull off 2, Ring of Honor pay-per-views. Listen, I'm not saying these things are great. I'm just saying he might have been the best of the worst, because MLW is unwatchable. NWA has gone from almost unwatchable to laughably unwatchable to painfully unwatchable. And I don't watch anything else. But I don't watch Impact. I'm not watching AAA. I'm not watching. But nobody's watching AAA. I mean, the Don Tony video podcast had more viewers per week than AAA's weekly television show, and that's not a knock on Don Tony. That good for him. That's a knock on AAA. And of course, CYN also, Control Your Narrative, which I don't think produces TV anymore. I mean, how many promotions failed this year? Terminus started within the last year, failed. Control Your Narrative started within the year, failed. I mean,
Well, there's a new up and coming one this year. It's going to take the world by storm, right, Kev?
Yeah, AXW.
Yeah,
I hope so. I'm excited for AXW. I mean, I feel
You'll
like
be there for their inaugural show.
Yeah, I feel like I'm sort of AXW adjacent. I've got to figure out if I come early enough, like what time can I come? Can I get there to get in if I'm going to buy my tickets to door, like the box office may not even be open.
Doors open at 6. If you come before that, you'd have to hit us up to get you in.
Well, then I'll be hitting you up. That's how I'll do it. That'll be fine. And let them know I'm not looking to sneak in and not buy the tickets. I'll buy the tickets when the box office opens.
I think we're going to be next to Ricardo Rodriguez. Remember him, Alberto's old ring announcer?
Oh, really?
Actually, he was pretty good. I mean, I'm making a face, but that's because I'm instantly being racist and thinking about Alejandro Aprehendes and Jose the assistant, who I hate.
Oh no, Ricardo was very entertaining. This is a smile of excitement. I can't wait to meet him.
No, I'm talking about. I'm throwing myself under the bus here. No, Ricardo Rodriguez was great.
All right, guys. So the new year's coming up fast. So I want to do a little thing to see where we're at. We'll have a little fun. I want to see what our bold predictions are for wrestling this year. What your something kind of out there that you think may happen. I'm going to say mine first, and nobody steals it. So I think Sami Zayn's going to win the Royal Rumble. They're going to go to WrestleMania main event. The Rock's going to come in and help Sami Zayn get the win.
They already did that with The Miz and Cena. They're not going to do that again.
Well, that's my bold prediction. Yeah, you can't tell me no to my prediction. I said out there. I mean, you're laughing at it. It's going to happen.
Respect the dollar!
What do you think about that, Jeff? Is that a possibility?
Well, you just said we're not allowed to criticize.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
The possibility isn't zero.
Okay, Jim, that's good.
Jim, if I had 4 hands, I'd give your titties 4 thumbs down.
Telling me that wouldn't be entertaining?
Like Sami Zayn winning like Money in the Bank is not out of the question. Him winning the Royal Rumble, that's not Usyk.
Jim,
but the whole bloodline except for Roman's going to be in the Rumble, right?
I don't think either of the Usos are going to be in there. Maybe Solo will be in there.
You don't
I wouldn't
think
be surprised if they don't have Solo against Gunther in a one-on-one just to keep him out of there.
I mean, they've had guys. They've had Rey Mysterio's won the Royal Rumble before.
I know, Jim. Okay, listen, it's
Do you think Sami Zayn would beat Walter? Do you even think he would beat Walter in a match right now? I don't even think he'd beat Walter.
Who's Walter?
Gunther.
Oh, no.
No. Do you think he'd beat Roman Reigns?
It's a bold prediction.
I know, but don't ask for our input then. just
shush.
Just give your bold prediction and then ask for Kevin's bold prediction or mine.
No.
Okay.
Now I don't want to know. No, Kev, what's yours?
I don't blame you.
I don't have any CM Punk's going to be a world champion this year again.
That's not.
He's going to be in a WWE ring this year.
Okay.
That has less of a chance of happening than mine.
Yeah, Sami Zayn's looking better and better all the time. MLW is going to lose the lawsuit to WWE and file bankruptcy. We are going to actually see Billy Corgan have a nervous breakdown on Twitter or TikTok or all of the above. And for the 3rd year running, I'm predicting that NWA will be sold or fold. So those are my 2 bold predictions that the indies continue to die.
Billy Corgan did say he could see himself being a feeder for the WWE. So maybe he already has that in his mind.
Once you start saying I can be developmental, and he said it could be developmental for WWE or AEW. Once you've said that, you've already admitted that you've lost. That was not part of his 20-year plan.
Isn't there something called NXT? WWE has.
It's like younger developmental though. It'd be like the independent developmental how NXT 1.0 used to be. Tiffany Stratton is going to be the world champion in NXT within 6 months.
Well, let me ask you guys this since we're on the topic. Who do you see winning the Royal Rumble and being the main event? Huh?
Kiana James is going to buy NWA. That would be awesome, actually. If Kiana James bought, and if Kiana James bought NWA, and like they actually pretended that she bought it and she ran the promotion, oh my God, I'm a genius. That's so good.
How about Freddie Prinze Jr. buying it?
Fuck Freddie Prinze Jr.
What do you mean? He's a prince.
At least they have storylines.
Freddie Prinze Jr., I'm calling you out. You and me.
You
Reckon.
heard it here first.
That's right.
You guys think EC3 signs anywhere major? You think he shows up in Ring of Honor or AEW? Or you think NXT?
It's funny when you say something major and then say Ring of Honor.
True. More major than what he's doing now.
I mean,
I don't
why?
think, I don't think he has any friends.
Why isn't he signed?
Because he's fucking insane.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So why would he be?
Well, I think with WWE, Vince didn't like him because of the Carter name. He wouldn't want Dixie Carter's name on his show.
Please.
But nobody knows Carter. It was EC3.
Ethan Carter the third. Vince knows.
They could have changed the name. I mean, they changed everybody's name.
He should have changed that one.
Yeah, whatever. But who do you see winning the Rumble
Cody.
or having it?
Cody
so boring.
and either Rhea or Charlotte.
So you just think it's going to be that easy? Cody's going to win the Rumble.
Yeah, he's going to come in number 30.
It's the same level of easiness as Sammy.
No, it's not.
As a matter of fact,
at least that's entertaining.
I've already booked this. As a matter of fact, Sammy and Solo or Sammy and one of the Usos will be in the final four. The fourth person doesn't really matter, but I guess they'll have to be a face of some sort. But there will be some miscommunication where actually Jay accidentally.
You just said they weren't going to be in it.
I'm changing. This is wrestling. We adjust, we adapt, we improvise. It's like
They're in it, but mine they're not.
Right, mine's better. So anyway, so Jay is going to be delivering a super kick to Cody, and Sammy's going to be holding him, but Cody's going to duck, and Jay is going to super kick Sammy right out of the ring, and he's going to be like, oh, it was next, and Cody's going to dump him out over the back and win.
There you have it, folks. We don't even have to watch it now. We know
You don't even have to.
happen.
Hey, and by the way, I'm the one who called MJF getting help by William Regal, and MJF using the ring, but then saying nah, and Regal trading and saying you don't need the ring, use the knuckles. I said that 5 weeks before it happened on the air live.
So let me ask you: is this a prediction or a spoiler?
Yes.
Which one?
Well, I can only call a prediction right now because if I call a spoiler, Triple H will know that I'm controlling his mind and he might change it.
Okay.
Jim, I have a question for both of you guys.
So we'll say prediction.
That's right. I don't want to tip my reptilian hand. Talons.
What's that, Kev?
There's rumors going around that The Rock potentially could enter number 30 and win the Rumble. Me personally, I would be disappointed if that happened. Would you guys want to see that? Do you think it's a possibility?
No and no.
No, I think I'd rather it be different than that. I'd rather it be like something more like not happen because he's in the Rumble. There needs to be some kind of story there.
Would you rather The Rock or Cody win it?
The Rock.
How about you, Jeff? Rock or Cody?
For wrestling purposes, Cody. I mean, if we're just worried about the big box office and how many people watch it on Peacock, I mean, I guess obviously you go with The Rock. I mean, you don't have to have a choice. There's 2 nights.
I find that awfully boring. Cody winning the Rumble.
Well, The Rock could be too obvious, though. That's the only reason why I don't want to see it. If he's
I would like it to be a wrestler, so that it's something where the story can last for potentially years, or be run back and revisited, or they switch heel face roles at some point. I mean, I don't really like these celebrity matches, even if it's former wrestlers. And the last time The Rock had a match, he ripped a whole lot of his muscles, and now he's about 12 years older and a lot more important, and he's got more insurance companies and more agents and more studios, and movies are costing more money and losing more money, and I don't think they want an injured star. So he's already signed to do 2 more Red Notices for Netflix. He's going to be part of the DC Universe. I'm not sure
that's why my prediction is looking more and more likely.
Yeah, I mean, if you put Sammy winning over The Rock, I'm gonna go with yours too, because I'm not sure The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania.
Or The Rock,
he damn sure isn't going to be in the Royal Rumble.
You don't think he'll be at WrestleMania? with it being in
He
LA?
might be at WrestleMania. The wrestling, I just don't think it's anywhere near as certain as people want to believe it is. There's a lot of very powerful parts in that decision. It's not like he can do it if he wants it. No.
I don't think he'll wrestle, but he could do a screw Roman thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, he could do something like that, or a help Roman thing. I mean, whatever. I would rather him help Roman. I mean, if Roman's
that would be cool
champion
too,
in WrestleMania, I'd like him to leave with the championship. I mean, I'd like to see the Rock has acknowledged him, and then the family is strong. Make it that much harder, then Cody or whoever has to build their own family, but Cody can't because he can't. But you know who can? Lashley, reforming the Hurt Business.
Yeah, Jim, if this wasn't a 2-year-long title reign by Roman Reigns, it could have been Lashley winning this. It could have been Edge. It could have been Seth Rollins.
Well,
this has to make someone new. This has to do what Drew McIntyre beating Brock was supposed to do, but it got fucked because of COVID. This is going to make a star. So you don't need a guy that's like almost made.
What, you think Cody's going to beat Roman at WrestleMania?
If he wins the Rumble, absolutely, yes.
That would be very disappointing.
Whoever wins the Rumble is going to beat Roman Reigns. That's why
that would be disappointing to me. Cody can't have an undisputed championship.
It may not be clean. Maybe that's when The Rock comes in and makes Cody win and sets up a match in the future. He just rock bottoms him or something. He says, you don't even need a match. He's like, I'm the head of the table, not you. And then Roman Reigns is off TV for a year. That could happen.
Or you know what? Maybe Cody wins night win, and Roman has to defend the Universal title night 2. Because if it's not Roman, I would rather have there be 2 world championships again because they don't have anyone at that level. And it isn't Cody. As soon as Cody gets the belt, everyone's going to be like, Cody. Wasn't it AEW? Like the 2 days after he went, they'll be like, Cody, he's mid. He sucks. He's not so great. But I would rather see The Rock screw whoever the opponent is in favor of the bloodline.
That'd be interesting.
That would be.
I don't think it's going to happen, but that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Kev, let me ask you this. Is Cody your choice if you could choose anybody?
Yeah.
You're so gay.
what about Jimmy T is back. Yeah.
Jimmy.
No, Jim, if I could pick anybody in the world, probably Tiff Stratton would win and beat Roman Reigns.
Cool. That's better than Cody. How about you, Jeff? I guess Lashley would be your guy.
Yeah, my life, my love, my lady is Lashley.
I would love Matt Cardona coming back and winning it.
Do you see any other big WrestleMania matches happening?
I mean, if they do something right with Bray and he can wrestle, I mean, that's sort of a cool thing, especially if he gets okay. I have a bunch of little fantasy bookings for Bray's faction because there's rumors that Dutch and Vincent might be part of the Wyatt family, but I have my own version of the Wyatt Six, which I've decided is better. If they don't want to go the Wyatt family with the humanized puppets, which of course is my favorite. I mean, the Fire High Funhouse. I mean, what has Jonah been born for if not to play Huskus the pig? But what I want is there to be all the broken blondes to be Wyatt Six. I want it to be Alexa. I want it to be Broken Liv. I want it to be Broken Lacey. I want it to be Broken Dana Brooke. I don't care. You find me a bunch of broken blondes. I want 6 blondes, and they just throw Wyatt around like he's
not
Charles
Dana
Manson.
Brooke. Leave her out, please.
Who?
Dana Brooke. Don't put her in it.
You find me another 3.
Tiff Stratton, Nikita Lyons.
I'm not into Nikita Lyons. Tiffany Stratton. Zoe Stark. No. No, they got to be better than that. I don't know.
Well, you said Liv, right?
Liv. Carmella, when she comes back, that'd be fine. You're the bad girl you like. Is it Tiffany Stratton? She's perfect. She'd be perfect for it. So, and Aaliyah, who sucks, just dye her hair blonder, and she can come out there. Anyway, he's got 6. That's the Wyatt Six.
Kiana James' assistant.
No, stop. Don't mess with perfection. Just and like they do his evil bidding they interfere matches, and like no one's gonna fuck with them. And you can't find women equalizers because even if you get 2 or 3 women on your side, you can't find 6.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
How about a guy like Karrion Kross winning the Rumble? That would help him.
Oh, Scarlett.
It would help him. But listen, I'm a gigantic Cross supporter and fan. His act should be 100% over. But I'm not deaf. It's not 100% over. It's like 11% over. He gets the same response that Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis, and Candice LeRae get, which is not much. So, no, he can't win the Royal Rumble. I mean, if they booked him as an absolute killer and killed people, you know, his plotting, methodical style isn't good. And like they do the spooky promos, but spooky isn't in his act. I mean, you already have Bray being plotting and methodical, doing the spooky, but spooky is part of his act, you know. And then on the other show, you got the House of Black doing the spooky, methodical, but spooky is part of their act. I mean, you know, spooky isn't even in his act. She's not even using tarot or magic to like screw people over. She's using mace.
Yeah, well, they got to advance this Bray storyline quick too. He's starting to lose his luster as well. I think a lot of people don't even care about the wide six anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
they are moving really slow with it.
Yeah, it's getting to do or die time. But I think they're like nothing important is going to happen until a couple weeks before the Rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're just like, you know, sure, we'll give you Tegan Knox, you know, maybe we'll bring up Indy Hartwell, you know, or something like that. You know, we'll give you some little drips and drabs, you know, like that. I mean, you know. Maybe you could see Nick Aldis in there, but he screws Cody out of winning the Rumble, and you know they have like a top card, but not for a title, like grudge match to sort of renew their NWA rivalry.
I would absolutely love that. I watched that whole feud. I love that.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool, and like run it back, you know, to actually have like people watch it this time.
Jim, Nick Aldis is married to Mickie James, so if he comes back, Mickie James would most likely be a surprise entrant in the Rumble, and she'd be back as well.
Yeah, you would like that.
Damn.
Guys, since you poo-pooed my prediction, I'm a little ticked off right now. So it's no time better than now to, do this next segment.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, headbutt to the Jolly Rogers there.
Recognize me. I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar! I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, Jim, you gave me a hard time about Mickie James. I didn't put a good picture of her.
You cued the wrong segment, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, this is never the wrong segment, Jim. Never. This segment's brought to you guys by our sponsor, as always.
Liv Morgan's butt stuff.
Welcome to the Dollar Report. This is the show where we break down the hottest people on every show on each week in professional wrestling. We give $1 to the person who's the prettiest. We keep a running total throughout the year to find out who our 2022 Dollar Queen is. See on the bottom of the screen there, you can see our top of the year in order. We're big stands here. Jim, who's your favorite for Dollar Queen this year?
Well, besides Mandy.
Oh, should I bring up your rule?
Yep.
Jim has a Mandy Rose rule. I have to at least show her on the screen, even if she didn't win $1. So there's a little Mandy for everybody.
Seconded.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, there's so many to choose from, but I'm a big fan of Jamie Hayter.
She's looking better than ever right now, too. I just read an article with her, too, where I don't know how many years ago it was. She was, like, broke and, like, out of shape and stuff, so she quit drinking. It's like, I'm going to quit drinking. If I feel healthy on the inside, I'll be healthy on the outside. And now she's, like, a freaking model. She was, like, thicker back in the day. She's looking the best she's ever looked. Obviously, I'm a Tiffany Stratton stan, and we'll get to Jeff's later. So, Jim, Impact Wrestling, we actually picked a dollar winner this week. Todd Brantley of the HMG, the Hami Media Group. Thanks for the pick, Todd. And, Jim, can you take a guess who our Impact winner is for the week?
Mickie James.
Mickie James with their $8 of the year. And you don't think that's a good picture, huh?
No, it's a horrible picture.
That's why I brought A little trifecta, Mickey.
There you go.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
I thought the picture was fine.
I thought
It was okay,
too.
but look at her face in it.
What face?
Yeah. She's biting her lip, too. It's like...
Why would
I mean, it's better than the other one, but
why would I look at the face?
Yeah, Jim. Women
What
are
are you wasting your time for?
like the only reason you care about a women's I don't look at their tits, I'm looking at their heart.
yeah, you stopped what you were going to say, didn't you?
All right, on SmackDown. Jim, who was your pick for SmackDown? Even though we don't give you dollars. I don't give you one ever.
Emma.
She did not win it. My girl Shotzi, her $3 of the year. Bang, bang.
Well, if she wore that, she'd earn it. But
Yeah, her outfit wasn't as good as this, but
no.
Then Jeff picked somebody spicy, Jim. Who do you think Jeff took? It's her $7th of the year. Just moving up the rankings quick.
Scarlett.
Nope. Spicier.
Think mole. Picante.
Selena.
Zelina Vega. Yeah, andale.
Oh, there's a blonde Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Could have her in the crew.
And the people at home watching, I have their Instagram handles up there. Give them a follow.
She doesn't need a crew. She's all right. She's not broken.
She's definitely not yet anyway.
No wonder Malachi Black's so homesick and wants to come back here. I'd be homesick too if I couldn't be around her all the time. I'm supposed to.
I'm sure they're all set.
On Rampage, Jeff Littman and Todd Brantley agreed. There's a half sweep here. Actually, it's a full sweep because I didn't watch it. Renee Paquette with her $4th of the year. John Moxley's the lucky man pulling in the classy Renee.
I gotta tell you that when Renee Paquette gets $1 for me, it was a bad episode of Rampage.
Yeah. I can already tell you who's going to win this week. The Bunny's going to win this week.
I mean, I don't give my dollars to old broads.
Yeah, Jim, $100 says but the Bunny gets the sweep this week. She's going to be on the show in a match. Allie?
Oh, yeah.
On Raw, there's a sweep. Me and Jeff both agreed. The sexy, the luscious Kathy Kelly. This is the perfect example of sometimes you prefer class over ass. I wanted to give it to Ripley, but Kathy Kelly is just too damn fine.
Yeah, I have the same conflict.
What do you prefer, Jim? Class or ass?
Depends what mood I'm in. Yeah,
That's right. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, talking about class over ass, but sometimes you don't have to sacrifice. And a good example would be.
Well, first I have to show the poll. Kevin Murray on the HMG wants to know who we picked on the NXT dollar. Thea Hale, Cora Jade, Tatum Paxley, Ivy Nile, Zoe Starks, Mackenzie Mitchell, Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, Kiana James, Kiana assistant, or Laya Valkyria. So, Jim, who do you think Jeff picked and who do you think I picked?
I think Jeff picked Kiana James' assistant. I think you picked Cora Jade.
Well, let's find out in a second. And, Jeff, do you want to say what you just said again?
Sometimes you want class over ass, but sometimes you don't even have to make a choice. And a good example would be
Kiana James' assistant with her $3 of the year.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
Just
Man,
isn't right. Just is not right.
The great Ludacris once said, I want to lick you from your head to your toe. I want to move from the bed down to the flow.
Well, he also said something like, I want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
Yeah, did. Now, Jim, did
That's
I
right,
pick...
baby, just like you.
So, Jim, did I pick Cora Jade? What do you guys think? Jeff, did I pick Cora Jade? What do you think?
I think you went with Mandy.
Her $2 of the year, Tatum Paxley.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
she looked sexy.
Was Mandy on? How come Mandy wasn't on the poll?
I think she only did pre-tape.
Oh, okay.
No, she was there. They were watching the women's match.
Oh, in their lounge.
From Toxic
Yeah.
Attraction Lounge.
Yeah, the Toxic Lounge. Gigi looked good too. I always considered Gigi. On Dynamite, me and Jeff disagreed again.
Oh my
Kevin
baby.
Murray of the HMG predicted who would we go? Red Velvet, Madison Rain, Aubrey Edwards, Jade Cargill, Jamie Hayter, Soraya, Sky Blue, Layla Gray, Britt Baker, or Kira Hogan. And Jim, me and Jeff both disagreed, and Jeff's girl's not good on here.
Yeah, I had a weird choice this week.
Yeah, Kevin let us down again on that one. He missed one of Jeff's pick. Oh, Jim, Kevin apologized for not putting Emma on last week. He wanted to do
Yes, I saw that on YouTube. No problem, Kev. Just don't forget her again.
All right, so here's Jeff's pick, Miss Julia Hart. Jim, what do you think of Julia Hart?
She looks pretty. It's a little black and white. Can't tell. Does her boobs look flat? But it's a bit.
They are. She doesn't have any. But this week, the whole spooky thing with the House of Black, it was a mood.
It turned you on.
I don't know. I just I was just the whole
You like the goth? You like the gothy chicks?
Yeah. I don't know. That moment. I mean, I just it's like I couldn't decide between Jade Cargill and Layla Gray, so I decided just go in a different direction.
Nice.
So Jeff, early in the year, I liked Julia Hart a lot. I was giving her a lot of dollars. Then she joined the House of Black, which I loved. I loved it when she first joined. And then she broke kayfabe on Instagram and kept posting pictures of like her going out with her boyfriend and stuff too without the eye patch on. So I said she was never going to get $1 from me again this year.
Well, I deleted Instagram from my phone because it annoyed me. So I don't follow or use Instagram or look at Instagram. So that's never an issue for me. I don't need to worry about that kind of thing.
All right, we're good. Well, she pissed me off. She didn't wear the eye patch, but she at least was wearing black. But it was all pictures of her hugging Big Shotty Lee, stuff like, you just turned heel. I don't want to see you hugging any guy. Like,
well, so did he just turned heel. So maybe she was
not at that
influencing
point.
him evilly. He's part of the unsuccessful factor. He's part of the layoffs.
She let me down, Julia. You're too young to be fucking up, but you're only 19, so I guess I'll forgive you.
Who's she going to learn from? She was working with the most empty-headed moron to ever lace up boots, not named Flip Gordon, in Brian Pillman Jr.
They could have gotten him over. That was terrible booking too. They had the chance.
Whether they could have gotten him over is a matter of debate, but the point is his IQ doesn't actually register because it's so low.
Oh, he was.
They don't have a scale that low.
He was good in MLW.
He's still stupid.
Okay. Jim, who did I pick?
Larry the dog is smarter than him.
Oh,
Jamie Hayter.
Nope.
Britt Baker.
Britt Baker, I'm sure.
Nope.
Soraya.
Layla Gray.
Nope.
Oh, Jade Cargill.
Oh, change.
Yeah, I know. I haven't putting this outfit up every week. If it's close, Jade's get it from now on.
I mean, I can't argue with that choice. It's just the only reason I didn't is I felt like I was getting derivative, or somehow betraying my baddies, because I like them all.
Layla looked good too. Just Jade was a little hotter.
So did Red Velvet. I like the braids or the dreadlocks, whatever she's doing there.
I thought going into the show, I thought I was going to give it to Sky Blue. She always has a nice
please. You guys are from Pennsylvania though, so I mean the meth girls look good to you.
That's why I like Dakota Kai so much.
Exactly.
All right, everybody, that was the Dollar Report. Make sure you check out the stats on the bottom there, see who the leader of the year is. December 29th, we're going to have our top $50 club countdown, hottie countdown. You don't want to miss that.
I'm voting for me.
Yeah, you might be in there.
You'll be in there.
Well, this guy, I mean,
see if you can break the top 50.
He might. All right, buddy.
Look at that sexy guy.
Be right back. That was the end of this segment.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, I head to the Jolly Rogers there.
Recognize me. I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar! I'd buy that for $1.
So, Jim, I think I know it's time for a different segment, right?
Yeah, it's time.
Recognize me.
You know, that really grinds my gears.
Shut up, you. I can't do business with those stiffs. I want to do business, see? Get me? You mean business? Yeah, business. Dollars and cents. No more of this cowboy stuff.
So this week, what I will not recognize is, for you people that don't know, one of my jobs part-time is I drive a school bus. So I have a high view up there when I'm driving. And I can't tell you how many times in a day I see somebody while driving at a light or driving with their phone and texting. And it's so freaking annoying that you can't put your phone down for 5 freaking minutes to drive safely. You're an idiot. You're a jerk. You're a punk, a moron. Stop texting while you're driving. Use your voice text if you have to. Damn phone's up in your hand all the time. And also when you're walking texting. You're going to trip over shit. Walk into people, walk into walls, fall into a trash can. I mean, Jesus Christ, what are you people doing? Put the damn phone down. You're addicted to it. Put it in your pocket for a minute. See if you can survive. Christ almighty. Do you guys notice this shit?
Yeah, all the time at work too. Like we're stuck in traffic all the time because we do different jobs every day. And like anytime a light turns green, like it's like a 5-second delay for someone to go. And my boss has a lot of anger issues. He's like, just hits the horn. He's like, go, you fucking cunt, off the phone. And I cracked up. I love him, so I would never film it, but it's great. He flips out so much on these people. It's every day, every fucking red light.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was texting.
Yeah, well, you're an asshole.
True.
No, but it's serious. Like you can't stop for like the drive to work or something. You have to, like, what are you doing talking about that's important? Like, and a lot of these people are young, like high school or college or whatever, and they're.
I was trying to tell people that Ricky Starks is a star, and they were saying no, he's not.
Yeah, I was just trying to tweet, dog.
Like, I'm not going to say I never sent a text message while I was in my car, but Christ almighty, these people nonstop. It's just, I don't understand it.
Listen, I'm a shut-in. I don't go anywhere.
My sister-in-law got a ticket texting while driving a couple weeks ago. Well, probably a couple months ago now.
Well, you should. I mean, you know how dangerous that is? You would kill somebody.
I mean, you could do 9 years of hard labor in Russia for that.
True.
Probably more. So all you people out there that walk and text and don't look where you're walking, that drive and don't look where you're driving and have your damn face in your phone all the goddamn time, I do not recognize you.
Anybody else you don't recognize, or is that it?
That's
it.
An
angry champion.
One a week.
Recognize me.
You know, that really grinds my gears.
Shut up, you. I can't do business with those stiffs. I want to do business, see? Get me? You mean business? Yeah, business. Dollars and cents. No more of this cowboy stuff.
Recognize me.
Put that cigarette out.
Well, I had another segment planned, but it was for Jimmy, so I'll save it for next time.
I can be Jimmy.
I wanted to do some Australian trivia.
Blimey!
So we could all learn a little bit more about Australia. Do you want
Greek? You know I'm Greek,
you want
right?
a couple questions?
You know everything is Greek. England, Greek. You know, England was called Albion, Greek.
Who do you think looked hottest out of all the picks today?
What, in the pictures that you put up?
Yeah, probably this one, right?
Yeah, definitely that one.
That or this one.
Yeah, the other one I picked. Yeah, that's hot too, but Kiana James' assistant. And the of course the Mandy. The 3. That's pretty hot.
What about my spicy hot tamale?
Jim, if you had to go on a date, not like out of hotness wise, who do you think would be the coolest person to like hang out with, female wise? Both of you guys, who you think would be the coolest?
What, in wrestling?
Yeah, on WWE wrestling, not NXT, not AEW. You can pick
Coolest
NXT if you want, NXT or Raw or SmackDown.
I mean, I don't know how we would actually know that, but I mean, I think that Aleister Black is probably a pretty cool guy, and I think that Karrion Kross is probably a pretty cool guy.
Like a dinner date with.
Girl, he's talking about female.
Well, I mean, if the guy is pretty cool, and if I think I get along with the guy, I'd probably get along with his chosen mate. So those are, from a physical standpoint, those are pretty good choices too. But I mean, I'm old as fuck, so I probably need to whoever's the oldest. I mean, I guess Mickey James, right? I mean, otherwise I'm a creep.
Well, I mean, you can suspend disbelief for the show. I mean,
well, this whole thing is suspending disbelief, isn't it?
You're an ageist?
Yes, it is. So there, go for it. Since this whole thing is
I just think that like under half your age is like like a pretty easy rule to stay away from at a certain point.
Well, yeah, in real life.
Yeah, in real life. I think that Zelina Vega would be very cool. And obviously, I've got a thing for Latinas.
How about you, Jim?
Honestly, I think I might pick Emma. Neil Dashwood.
What do you see about her? Just comes off a little goofy, or
I don't know. Something about her. I like her accent. I like the way she looks. Yeah. It's hard to tell. They're playing characters, so you don't really know. But I mean, if you're going by like the character, who you would
Hello,
have...
everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. And you?
Did I pick the Latinos?
Yeah, Zelina Vega.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to see you and good luck
nice
tonight. Okay, bye-bye.
Can't wait to meet you at the show next in January.
Okay, yes, sure. I cannot wait for that.
Nice.
See, she recognizes.
How about you, Kev?
I would take Gigi or Shotzi. Those little gothy girls that are into like horror and dressing up and stuff. I'd probably get along with. We would just make like cosplay videos and listen to punk music and stuff.
Yeah, Shotzi would probably be pretty fun.
Yeah, plus, if she's bi, you could get the Brandy Lauren in there as well.
Who?
Cool.
Brandy Lauren.
Oh, she's so beautiful. How did they not keep her? I don't care if she can wrestle or not.
Exactly. I mean, you could probably make a pretty much an all-star wrestling adjacent just out of Brandy's. But maybe I have a type, so
Yeah.
I don't like gingers, and Brandy is the hottest by far.
Well, you pick Gigi Dolan, or you mention her.
She's not a natural redhead. That's dyed.
Oh, yeah.
Mandy probably be pretty cool to hang out with. I mean, she does OnlyFans or whatever that's called.
I actually think I think a lot of these ladies are cool because they can.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Asuka's super cool. I think that oh my god, I think Alexa's cool. I mean, she's with a rock guy. How could she not be cool?
Well, speaking of Asuka, did you see that she's maybe changing her character to murder an old character she did, the murder clown or something like that?
Kana, right? Was it Kana?
Yeah.
I think she got a haircut. I don't think she really has control over what her character is going to be, at least not yet. But fine, that'd be cool. I mean,
but she had a tweet and stuff with her putting the makeup on.
Okay, that's a far cry from WW Creative saying, "Here's what we're going to do with you." But I mean, that'd be fine. It'd be weird because that they're turning Alexa. I mean, you're bringing back Charlotte, who's your top heel. What's she going to be, a face? I mean, Lacey Evans is obviously coming back as a evil Marine. So you're going to have Asuka, one of your faces, turn heel also. Who are your faces? Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox, and who's the other Zero that they brought back? Oh, Emma, right?
Liv
and Emma. Those are your faces. Okay. All right. I guess they'll all be fighting from underneath. That's fine.
Why can't the murder clown be a face?
I think it sort of comes with the name Murder Clown.
Hey, well, the Fiend was a face.
I don't think he was supposed to be a face.
No, he wasn't. But
I just think that there's like a strange thing going on in society where we fetishize murder clowns.
I mean, Stone Cold wasn't supposed to be a face either.
Well, you had Pennywise, you had Doink, you had the Joker.
I don't like
Art,
Pennywise,
the clown.
I don't think Pennywise is a face.
Pennywise ate children. I mean, it's like every parent's dream.
All right, Jim, if you had to get a beer with a wrestler, who would you get a beer with?
Current wrestler
Yeah,
or all-time wrestler?
current. Obviously, it would be Stone Cold or the APA all time. You know.
I mean, it have to be. I'll say this: a beer, huh? Sami Zayn.
Like, what am I going for? Am I going for to have a good time or to have a pretty good time, but talk about wrestling?
Either or, whatever. Do whatever you want. What your idea of a good time is?
Because if I want to talk deep shit, I think it would be great to go with Bray Wyatt. If I want to have an intelligent conversation, talk some wrestling shit, and maybe talk some other things too, but not deep, well, when I say deep, I mean like my mythology and alternate history and conspiracy shit. Like Kevin Nash, I think would be an awesome guy to hang out with. If I just wanted to have fun, what's more fun than Booker T?
Current.
You said I can pick anything.
Well, I wasn't allowed.
Because we know your pick. Your pick's Stone Cold, Jim.
Yeah, of course. Why the hell
he's current. He just had a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I picked Actually, I might pick the Tribal Chief. Talk about football and stuff.
Why do I think that Otis would be a shit ton of fun?
You probably would.
I mean, we could eat big steaks. I'll still go with Bray. I'll go with Bray. He's
think you could have an actual conversation with him?
Otis?
No, Bray.
Yeah, absolutely. We even have a couple mutual friends.
I'd pick Randy Orton, even if he bullied me or was a bad person to hang out with. I
don't think there would be much conversation there.
You'd be just grunting at me the whole time. I was just being all you're the man. You're like.
He'd leave and go, "You got this, right?"
It's okay. At least as long as I can talk about it on the podcast, I don't care. But Riddle, if I was going out there trying to meet chicks and stuff, I'd probably pick Riddle. You
would definitely not pick Riddle. He's exactly the same way he is on TV.
No, bro.
No, I wouldn't pick Riddle. Maybe KO. I'd have a beer with KO.
KO would be cool to talk about too. He's a lot smarter wrestling wise than his character.
The thing about KO is that if you go in the wrong direction, you're going to get a lecture on world global economics and shit.
Oh, really? He's into that stuff?
Yeah, he's. I mean, you're in a blue state, but I get a feeling you're not deep blue. I think he's deep blue.
Oh, really? Well, he's from Canada.
I think he's liberal elite blue, not working collar blue.
He's from Canada.
Yeah, but he's from French Canada.
Well, that's what I mean. They're blue in Canada for the most part.
Jim, I want to ask Jeff a trivia question about you, a wrestling related one.
Uh-huh.
All right, Jeff. Jim went to the same college as a current WWE superstar. Who do you think it is? You can have 3 questions as hints if you would like.
What state did you go to college in?
It's not. They'll give it away. Oh no, it won't. All right.
Give me 3 questions.
Missouri.
Was it a state school or private school?
Private.
What division was it in for sports?
It's like 1AA.
1AA. So
NAIA.
So it's not Mizzou. Missouri Valley State.
Yes, Missouri Valley. Yes.
Oh, I'm supposed to guess the wrestler?
Yes.
How the fuck do I know where wrestlers went to college?
Because it's your boy Lashley.
Well, I guess the college. That's more impressive, frankly.
It's true, very true.
I didn't know. I knew Lashley was in the armed forces, and so I wasn't sure. I thought maybe West Point or something.
Yeah, he was a wrestler there, national champion.
Cool, very cool. I should know that because listen. Obviously, my bromance only goes so deep. It's I'm mostly all talk.
Jim, is he already graduated when you were there? Is he a couple years older than us, or is he?
He's 45.
Okay, so he's already gone.
So then he would already be gone. Yes.
So
well, no. He probably was there.
So he's 20 years younger than you guys?
He's 45.
Yeah, you guys are 65, 70?
Yeah. I'm
So he was
44.
probably a junior when you were there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he recognize you?
Everybody recognized me.
It's true.
It's good. Maybe you can get him to show up at AXW.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Big Bob, remember me? It's Rock Hard Jim.
You were rock hard back then too. You actually had the gimmick back then.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I'm always rock hard. You know, what can you do?
Well, if it's more than 4 hours, go to a hospital.
Did you ever see The Ladies Man? Tim Meadows, Will Ferrell. Oh, it's a funny movie. If you're hard for more than 4 hours, call more bitches.
Well, you should put that before the dollar winner.
I should.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell is like a Greco-Roman wrestler in it. He's like challenging him, and Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell is like the ladies' man, or Will Ferrell's
Tiffany
wife.
Thiessen,
The Amber Thiessen.
Right, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Well, hopefully Jimmy shows next time so we can do some Australian trivia. I'm looking forward to that, seeing how Australian he really is.
He's not. He did not know the population of his own city. He didn't know the number of certain demographics in his own city. He barely knows where he lives.
Okay, well, I think it's time to go. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat. So, Jeff, where can we find you at?
On Twitter, Icarus Fell MD. You can find me on pretty much all of the PWC shows, whether I like it or not. Hammerlock Hangover with Big Daddy Cool Steve Pena. That can be found on the PWC, PW Hustle, the Wrestling Soup Network, non-wrestling podcast, also on the Humming Media Group, Garden of Doom and Garden Views. Garden of Doom is sort of occult, esoteric, alternative history, regular history, geopolitics, a little bit of pop culture, here, there, everywhere. Whatever
Do you have time, like with all these podcasts? What else do you do?
Well, I work from home, which makes my life really, really easy.
Do they see all your podcasts and know you're not really working?
Well, I mean, they see I am working because whatever is on my schedule gets done.
I think you have someone do that for you, and you do podcasts.
I wish I had someone do it for me. But my show, Garden Views, the legal shows, actually I share with the firm, and many members of the firm have been participants on the podcast. So one of the partners was on the Dragon Show. One of them was on not the partner, but one of the other litigation associates was on both the Cannabis Law Show and the Antarctica Show. And I've got one coming on in a couple weeks on cybersecurity. So I'm sure there's others. Oh, and Farzad, he did 2 intellectual property shows, and he's going to get his sister to come on to do Afghani folklore and legends. So that should be cool. So yeah, no, the firm is in full support, and the podcast satisfies my quarterly blogging requirement. So yeah, so
a couple times when I listen to your stuff on the Spreaker app, after it gets to the first commercial break, it like freezes and glitches a couple times, and I can't like continue. I have to start it over, and I can't skip past the commercial the second time through. Yeah, meant to tell you.
Why are you complaining on air?
Yeah, but
I was guessing like if he's heard that happens. But
I haven't, because I listen to every show, and usually on Spreaker, not always, but I mean on Spreaker or Apple, I've never experienced that.
It could be my phone. It could be because I'm not using my computer.
We'll have to do
maybe just
Kev, we'll have to do like a law show and have Jeff as an expert witness.
We got to have him on and just interview him one time if he's interested.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
sure. We've had Stephen P. New on Hammerlock Hangover twice.
Nice.
We are friendly. I won't call us friends, but we're friendly.
Stephen P. New,
Jim Cornette's lawyer.
Ah, cool.
And Girl on Cinema does the Stephen P. New song.
Kev, where can we find you? I guess Jeff can help you if you're in jail.
Scan that right there. That's all of our.
Jeff just looked up at it. Can you see it when you look up, Jeff?
I can. It's there.
Is it right there above you?
Mm-hmm.
Above your left shoulder?
Yeah, it's like in Land of the Lost where those things are floating around.
Yeah, scan that and follow all the Dollar Club socials. Our TikTok's very entertaining. If you're watching this show, hit subscribe on YouTube every Thursday night, 8 p.m. every week, no matter what. We even do some matches, like we had our Mischief Night special. Cool stuff. Come to the AXW show, where now Dollar Club Wrestling is American Excellence Wrestling. January 7th, we're going to be at a show in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. I'm going to be greeting you at the door. Jim will be giving out some merch. We'll have a booth there. Jeff will be there. La Sicario will be there. AXWTix.com. Andy Header is going to be there. John Schuyler from Impact Wrestling is going to have a match. Ricardo Rodriguez, Alberto Del Rio's old manager, is going to be there.
Jeff will be there?
I said that already.
And that guy.
I said Jeff and La Sicario will be
Yeah,
there.
that guy down there.
Yeah, that guy right there.
And Juventud Sicario may be making an appearance too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Uncle
we
Slam.
may leave him there.
Uncle Slam will be there.
Yeah, I'll be Uncle Slam. Jim will be Rock Hard Jim Prenny. We're going to bring both our championship belts, the Intercontinental, even though I'm not the champ anymore. I still have my copy of it. Bring our belts and stuff too. Jim will be giving out some. Jim, we got to order the stickers to give out.
If the belts are there, you have to defend them.
Are we getting shirts?
We can. We were holding off because Antonio was going to.
Yeah, I'll message him and
message him right away. We got to jump on that. I think we just give shirts out or sell them cheap, and we'll be selling Sandman autographs too. So if you guys
send me that Make It Rain logo so I can send it to him.
Are they actually signed by the Sandman, or are you just signing Sandman?
He signed him. Yeah, he signed extras for us last time to.
$10 an autograph.
Yeah.
So can I tell a little Starcast story from Starcast 19? So do you know who Rob Feinstein is? I think he was one of the original owners of Ring of Honor, and he sort of got caught on one of those shows. He denies it. Anyway, he still sort of sells wrestling merchandise, and so he still knows a lot of the wrestlers, and he's sort of somehow still in the business.
I think I met him actually at Slugfest like a year ago. But
what's that?
I think I met him at a con a year or two ago.
Yeah, I met him. He was friendly enough. Anyway, I don't really want to get into him. I just wanted to give a point of reference, and sort of everyone knows it's not exactly a flattering picture, but it is what it is. Anyway, and this isn't exactly flattering either, but it's not but you gotta respect the hustle. He would take 8x10s of the wrestlers who were there. He would run downstairs to when they were there and get them to autograph them for him because he knows them and has booked them or whatever, so they wouldn't charge him. And then he'd run up and sell John Moxley ones and Adam Page and then I mean this was 19, so there wasn't Adam Cole, there wasn't Bryan Danielson and but Chris Jericho, he was you go down, you get 5 of these things signed for nothing, and then he sell them for $40 or whatever.
Wow.
Sandman signed him with the intention of us selling them, by the way, everybody.
Yes, he did.
Okay, this is authorized. This is not implied licensing. This was express licensing.
Yes.
Authorized resellers.
We
didn't even ask him to do it. He just did it for us.
You want to know why you're authorized resellers? Because you all respect the dollar.
Absolutely.
That's a good time to sign off.
Yep.
Respect the dollar! I'd buy that for $1.
Recognize. I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar!